Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Martin and I am your student's English 9 or English 12 ERWC teacher this year. So a little bit about me, it's my third year at Benicia High School as an English teacher. I come to English through theater arts. I actually studied costume design and construction, which is really just a very specific form of English language analysis when we dive into those scripts and make decisions about how our characters look, how they dress, how they move, how they speak. After that, I went to DVC for fun. Yes, the students are horrified when they hear that. And then I later earned a Master of Arts in Teaching from Concordia University in Portland. English 9 and ERWC are very similar. Both are designed to give students the skills that they need to succeed both in school and in life after school. English 9 is based in the pre-AP curriculum, which is from the College Board, and that focuses mostly on reading critically, finding good evidence, and then entering that conversation in a well-informed academic way. And that's a skill that works in every discipline. You always want to be able to show your boss that you've done your homework and you know what you're talking about. And ERWC actually comes from a partnership with the CSU system. Basically, the professors at the CSUs noticed that their incoming freshmen often weren't prepared for the demands of college English. So in ERWC, we focus more on nonfiction. We focus a lot on rhetorical strategies used by the author to make their point more effectively and persuade their audience, and we work across genre. So some general info. Our pacing this year will be very fast simply because there is no other option. Our units have been reduced as far as I can reduce them while still having something meaningful for students to learn with. But basically, it's going to be a fast one. If your student has had me before, please make sure they know they will have much more homework this year than last time. Just like every other teacher, we're using Google Classroom for pretty much everything. If you would like to get a weekly email summary from Classroom directly that shows assignments students are working on, please send me an email and I will send you an invitation through Google Classroom so you can get those. Because we're using Zoom etiquette is something we have to talk about. Students and I have already set up some norms around Zoom calls, but I would like to say to parents as well that every teacher at BHS strongly encourages their students to use their camera when it's possible. It helps us be more effective teachers because it allows us to see who's engaged, who's understanding, whereas just their name on a black box isn't very helpful. So if they're able, we would love to see all our students' faces. My late policy this year comes directly out of how fast our pace is. I'm taking 10% off per day that something is late, up to 5 school days, because if they are more than a week or so behind, it's going to be very difficult to catch up. Office hours are listed in my syllabus: after school Monday and Wednesday for an hour, Friday from 11:30 to 1, and students should just email me if they need help. Depending on what they need, we'll set up which form of communication we'll use. And I also want to talk about our Friday expectations because this came up this week. On Fridays, students are expected to attend their access class synchronously, and they're expected to do work in their other 4 classes. So although we're not expected to meet together like on a Zoom call, they are expected to turn in work. And along with that, I want to review the attendance codes. I know this was sent at some point to parents, but I'm sure that email has been lost in a bunch of others by now. So V stands for virtual with everything. And there are 3 ways for a student to be marked present: VS, VT, and VC. S means they were in our synchronous class. T is they turned in the work that was due that day. And C is that they communicated with us. This is the sort of order of preference. We want all students to be present for synchronous learning, but if they can only turn in work, cool, they're still engaged for that day. And VC is more for things like, I don't know, Miss Martin, I had to evacuate my house last night and I can't do school today. Thank you for letting me know. You still get your attendance credit for the day. The only thing that you should be worried about in terms of codes is if you see a VA when you know that your student was present. At that point, you definitely want to reach out to teachers, find out what was going on. So in both classes this year, we are doing a Shakespeare unit. It'll be a very short unit. We're watching a film and studying key scenes. So for freshmen, it's Romeo and Juliet. Seniors, we're doing Hamlet. Hamlet's one of my favorites. Hopefully it goes well with them. We're also reading 2 of my favorite books. Freshmen are reading Fahrenheit 451. Seniors are reading Brave New World. And in both classes, we're reading a wide selection from other genres: short stories, novels, op-eds, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, film, photography. We're covering a lot. So if you have any questions, please just email me. My email is smartin@beniciaunified.org, and I am happy to answer any questions that you guys might have. I look forward to having a wonderful semester year with your students.